Right, coming to the end of that Kingdom Hearts journey.
Yep.
Some more offerings from the DS.
Yeah, this one was recoded. It's Kingdom Hearts 1, but you're in a computer.
That is essentially it.
Gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
So what happens is, all the time you adventure in, you've got like a codex, essentially. And it takes the form of Jiminy Cricket's journal. Because Jiminy Cricket just follows you around and just writes down what's going on. Maybe.
He's keeping your memoirs.
Yeah. Gonna sell them at a later date, maybe.
He's going to do a Varric and write like a tell-all story.
So he's been following you around and he finds out that the journal from the first journey, so from Kingdom Hearts 1, is blank. Except for the phrase, thank Namine, which he wrote as a reminder because he knew he'd forget her. So he's investigating why it's blank and he discovers another page which says, the hurting will be mended when you return to end it. And he's like, oh, I didn't write that. So he goes to King Mickey and King Mickey's like,
you need to fix that shit, bro.
what? So Mickey digitizes the content of the two journals and sends a virtual version of Sora called Data Sora to a digital version of Destiny Islands to relive the first game and a bit of Chain of Memories, I think, to find out who the hurting people are. Because Mickey's like, oh, if people are hurting, we should probably...
fix that shit.
Yeah. So Data Sora goes through all the adventures, relives them, so that's why the gameplay is pretty much just the same. And he meets a data version of Roxas, who helps him to open a door to a data version of Namine. She explains to Data Sora that the real Sora is the key that connects everything, due to his connection with Namine, Roxas, Axel, Xian, and to a lesser extent, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. And it's these 7 figures that are hurting that Sora must help.
Again with them 7s?
Yeah, so Data Sora thanks Data Namine, who then erases herself from the notebook. I don't know where she came from, though. And at some point in the game, Maleficent gets trapped in the data world.
She's just so nosy. She just wants to get in on everything.
Pretty much.
You didn't invite her.
Yeah.
So she's like, why was I not invited to this data party?
So at the end of the game, there's... I don't know if this was in the game or just the HD movie thing they made. But there's
who even knows? I played the game.
A few cutscenes that happen, and some of them are from the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. But they're all around this time. So King Mickey meets with Yensid and they discuss finding Ventus, Terra and Aqua because they need them to help fight the 13 Darknesses, which is what will happen in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, 100%.
So Mickey says that they're closer to finding out where Ventus's heart is because they don't know that it's inside Sora. So Yensid's like, well, now we only have to find Terra because we know that Aqua's in the realm of darkness. Yensid also tells Mickey that because Xehanort's Heartless and his Nobody Xemnas were destroyed, his heart and body can now merge to reconstruct his original form, Master Xehanort, because if you kill a Heartless and a Nobody, the original comes back.
Back to life.
So Yensid then proclaims that, you know, one Keyblade Master, Mickey, can't take this on his own. So he summons Mickey, gets Mickey to summon Sora and Riku to undertake an exam called the Mark of Mastery.
Oh god, this is hilarious.
Which is the final test for you to become a Keyblade Master. So you think, yeah, Sora's going to be a Keyblade Master. Brilliant.
Bitch, you thought!
Mickey writes his letter and sends it in a bottle to Destiny Islands. And at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, you get this letter come through. Sora, Riku and Kairi are reading it. They look really excited and you're like, oh great, that'll be for Kingdom Hearts 3. Again, it's for a side game.
Bitch, you thought.
In the realm of darkness, Aqua comes across Ansem the Wise, who survived his explosion. But he's losing his memory. He's lost most of it. He can't remember who he is. But he reveals that he's got hope that he'll get out one day because he knows a boy with a Keyblade who saved the world twice and he can save it again. And that when he was reconstructing his memories, he hid a load of research within him that's key to defeating Xehanort. So he hopes that one day Sora will be able to use this knowledge to open the door to save him and everyone else who's connected to his heart. That is the story of Coded. So in Dream Drop Distance, some of the members of Organisation 13 are revived in the human bodies. Dylan, Even, Alias, Ienzo and Lee, Lee's the human form of Axel. They notice that 2 of them, Braig and Isa, are missing. They've got all their Nobody's memories, and Lee remembers Axel promising to bring Roxas and Xian back. So he discusses with Ienzo where the others might be, Ienzo tells them that a person's reformed where they lost their heart. So Lee goes to search for Braig and Isa because they should have woke up in the same room. Sora and Riku get to Yensid, who begins the test. It's not a regular mark of mastery. The two are sent into various worlds that have been restored from the Heartless's attack but are asleep, so they're not connected to the other worlds. They travel to their Destiny Islands and they travel back in time through dreams, and they have to unlock these worlds. And in doing so, they'll get the power to defeat Xehanort and be named a Keyblade Master, which is what we all want.
Well, you better work, bitch.
So Sora dives into the dreams of the world. Riku kind of fucks up a bit. And accidentally...
When does he not?
So Riku doesn't dive into the dreams of the world like he should have. He accidentally dives into Sora's dreams.
He's an idiot.
And he becomes a Dream Eater, which are like the little spirits, and protects Sora from nightmares. So while they're away, Mickey gets a little letter from Maleficent, and she's like, "I've got your wife. Come to the castle now."
I'm going to find you.
So Maleficent, she's escaped these data worlds from Coded somehow, and she's like,
a bad bitch.
"So I've given up on taking over real world for a while. Give me a data world, or I'll kill your wife." And then Mickey's like, yeah, no.
That's not gonna work.
So Maleficent goes to attack Mickey, but then Lee appears out of nowhere and saves them with his little, what are they called?
Those like tambourine-looking things. Yeah, I love them. That's so cool.
Maleficent runs off, and Lee returns with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy to speak with Yensid. He gets there and he's like, "So I kind of want you to train me to use a Keyblade," and
Fair.
Mickey's like, "What?" Because the last thing Mickey remembers of Axel is him being a bad guy.
That's so rude, Mickey.
I know, judging people.
Yeah, I know.
So Yensid's like, "This is really hard, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I still want to do it." So Yensid sends him to train with Merlin and the 3 good fairies, and they use magic to shorten his training. So he should be ready.
Cheap.
He should be ready. I don't know why they didn't do that with Sora though. But
I think Sora's worked hard enough, to be honest. I don't think he should have had to go through the exam. I think they should have just made him
You saved
put
the
you on
world
the
twice.
council, but we don't grant you the rank of master.
Inside the sleeping world, Sora and Riku come across Xehanort's Heartless and Xemnas, along with a young Xehanort.
This bitch again, bros. Like,
who's
didn't we tell you?
On his time travel bullshit. So they seal the keyholes of the sleeping world, and Sora gets transported to the world that never was, but the real version. He finds out that Braig has then become a nobody again, Xigbar, and that young Xehanort has travelled through time. He travels deeper into his own dreams and tries to make it to the castle, but on the way he's haunted by visions of Naminé, Roxas, Xion, Terra Aqua, and Ventus. And they all basically just make him cry. It was really sad. I played through it yesterday.
Telling him about himself.
Yeah, pretty much. Roxas is like, it could have been the other way around, and I could be the one who exists. And it's like, oh. And then Terra and Aqua are like, "Come join us." And then he's like, "Who are you?" Because he's never seen them before. And then he turns into Ventus for a bit. And he's like, "Oh, this is kind of my fault too," even though it's not.
Yeah, literally.
The whole time Xigbar and Xemnas are like, "You're a bad person."
It's like in Adventure Time when the Flame King like keeps whispering to the Flame Prince, is like, evil, evil, evil.
And you can hear like a muffled voice of Riku going like, "Sora, stop following the dreams, wake up." So Xigbar explains that young Xehanort's been using time travel to gather various versions of himself to create a real Organisation 13.
So we told you all this back at the start.
The original plan for Organisation 13 was that there were all going to be husks that he could fill with his essence.
So we told you.
But
did we warn you this at the start, guys?
What they didn't count on is that nobodies can actually grow their own hearts, which Xemnas didn't tell the others. So it turned out that Roxas and Axel had hearts this whole time.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which
Axel
actually makes it a lot sadder.
Yeah.
So Xigbar reveals that he's already half Xehanort.
That bitch.
And Xemnas tries to turn Sora into a vessel, but Sora defeats him. Unless you're me and you can't do it, because you're really underleveled. So the battle's too much for Sora's heart, and surprise, surprise, he falls into a coma and he's taken into the castle by young Xehanort. He falls into darkness, but Ventus's heart comes out of him and envelops him in Ventus's Keyblade armor to keep him safe.
That is sick.
Riku finds himself in Sora's dream version of the world that never was, and finds Sora unconscious and floating. and he gets attacked by this shadow being, which I also can't defeat. And that's a nightmare that's like poisoning Sora's heart. He's dragged into the darkness by Xehanort's Heartless, who attempts to possess him again. But Riku's like, do you know what? Nah. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. He consumes his inner darkness, finally, and turns it back to light, and then defeats Xehanort's Heartless and returns to the real world. He makes his way to the throne room where he finds a sleeping Sora, young Xehanort, and 12 other vessels of Xehanort.
Bum, bum, bum.
Including a nearly revived Master Xehanort. King Mickey arrives to save Riku and Sora, but young Xehanort beats him because he's now got Master Xehanort's consciousness possessing him, which allows him to use a Keyblade and battle Riku. Riku wins, but by the time he beats him, Master Xehanort's fully revived. He reveals his ultimate goal to create 13 darknesses to battle the 7 lights, to recreate the Keyblade and restart the Keyblade War. Xehanort's Heartless and Xemnas grab Riku and Mickey, and Master Xehanort attempts to possess Sora. At the last minute, Lee appears to protect Sora, and Xehanort sends another vessel after him. And the vessel's hood comes down, and it reveals himself to be Saix, who's Axel's old friend.
Like, best mate. That's not Roxas.
Yeah.
He's, like, the second best friend.
So Lee dodges him. Xehanort summons, like, his really powerful Heartless, which is kind of really underwhelmingly defeated by Donald and Goofy just dropping onto it.
They've been saving all that energy for all the games being shit just for that one.
Yeah.
Just that one.
And then Master Xehanort's like, oh no, Donald and Goofy are like, I'm out. See you later. Vows it's only a temporary setback and that his plan will succeed. The group returns to Yensid and Riku uses his power to dive inside Sora's body. I really had to think about how I was phrasing that. So Riku gets inside Sora and reassembles his broken heart. That is a lot more homoerotic than I intended it to sound. Riku then is attacked by Sora inside Ventus's Keyblade armor because that's been corrupted by this nightmare. You have to fight Sora, you end up freeing him, and you enter a version of the Destiny Islands, where you meet with Roxas, Ventus, and Xion, before finally meeting with a data projection of Ansem the Wise, who gives Riku a copy of the data he hid inside Sora.
This game, like, now we're actually sitting here talking about all of them. Like, we've done this all in one big session.
This is so much arguably bullshit. The most important game. So, like, Riku's got this bottle with this information in. He returns to the real world, and Sora's awake, and he's celebrating. He's having a little party with Donald, like, Mickey, and Goofy. He's like, I passed my exam, and Yensid's like, oh, yeah, didn't.
You didn't know.
And he's like, oh. He's like, Riku did. Golden child. Passed the exam. Look who didn't fall into darkness for fucking once.
Yeah, I feel like Riku didn't do it that one time, but he's done it literally every other opportunity he's had. That's some favouritism.
So,
no.
And then Lee surprises the group by saying that he's going to take the Mark of Mastery next and pulls out a brand new Keyblade based on his little throwing disc.
That's so cool.
And everyone's shooketh. So Yensid and Mickey discuss the history of the Keyblade War and the Keyblade, and they conclude that the 7 Princesses of Heart have to be protected by 7 Guardians. And Mickey's like, we need one more, and I don't know who the 7 Guardians are. I'm assuming it's Sora, Riku,
Aqua, Terra,
Ventus, Lee, maybe, or Mickey.
Maybe it's Lee and Mickey. That would be the 7.
I know, but they've got 6 because Mickey says they need one more.
Oh, okay. Maybe, because I feel like Mickey Mouse, he's got a wife and stuff. I don't feel like he could be one of the Guardians.
That's true.
So maybe maybe they're assuming that Lee's gonna pass.
Yeah. And then Yensid's like, I've already sorted it out, mate. We've got another Guardian. Sorted. And then Riku walks in with Kairi, because she can wield the Keyblade. So I'm figuring she's going to be her own Guardian.
Yeah, maybe.
Either that or they just forgot she's a Princess of Heart.
You never know with Square. You never know in these games. It could be like either or, couldn't it?
And he also reveals that they have to rescue Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. So Yensid sends Kairi and Lee to finish their training with Merlin and the 3 fairies, and he gives Riku and Mickey some new clothes that are resistance to darkness. And if you look
if only we had those like 4 games ago.
I know, yeah. But if you look at the character models for Kingdom Hearts 3, it's really cute because they've got matching coats.
That's cute. That is cute.
They're like bros, so that's really adorable. And then they have to go into the realm of darkness to find Aqua. So that's what they'll be doing in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Sora, Goofy and Donald are sent to Olympus Coliseum to regain the powers and abilities lost when he fell to Xehanort. And also to gain the power to awaken lost hearts, because he needs that to awaken Ventus. Yensid gives the data that Ansem gave Riku to Chip and Dale for them to analyse, the little chipmunks. I don't know why they're suddenly on this
Why would he give it to them? No, that doesn't make really
I'd have given
sense.
it to Sid, to be fair.
Yeah, that doesn't really make no sense.
So, who knows? Sora realises that the lanes between the worlds have been closed, but Goofy remembers that Yensid once said, "May your heart be your guiding key," which is an old phrase used by the Master of Masters. And then Sora's like, yeah, may your heart be your guiding key. And uses his heart to summon a gate to Olympus Coliseum, which is where Kingdom Hearts 3 will start.
And we know it starts there because
It's in the trailers.
It's in all the trailers. I played the demo. I played 2 demos at EGX, and that was one of them was fighting the Titan in Olympus.
Kill Zeus.
Yeah, it was sick. It was so sick, like running up the walls and stuff to get that Titan. It was sick. So
we did it.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. That didn't take that long at all.
So basically the whole series can be summed up by Xehanort wants to recreate the Keyblade and restart the Keyblade War, and he's going to do it by
splitting himself into multiple bodies.
13 and then killing the 7 Princesses of Heart, I think. So weird.
And the Keyblade people got to stop him.
Yeah, so... And
that is the game,
There's a lot of
like
confusion to get to that conclusion.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it. High five. That wasn't that bad.
I feel more accomplished when I pass my degree.
Me too, actually. So yeah, that was pretty well. I think it's a lot of when you sit here and talk about it, it's a lot of faffing, a bit of bullshit, to be honest. A lot of bullshit, really. Yeah. But I'm sure it will all tie up in Kingdom Hearts 3. To be fair, it has to tie up because they said this is Sora's last story. Yeah. So they have to tie up.
They have to tie up everything with Sora and Xehanort, I guess. But then I'm guessing they'll open some new wave of bullshit to get some more games out. It makes too much money for them to not.
People love it too much for it to end there.
Yeah. And the guy said that he wants to make more. Which is good. I guess.
Hopefully the next time they start a new section of the story,
they plan it out a bit.
Yeah. We don't have to have like 20 million little tiny games to fix plot holes. Yeah. Because that is what I think that's what puts a lot of people off even trying to get into Kingdom Hearts.
It's got a reputation.
Yeah. It's got a reputation for being really, really confusing, and it is on the surface. But like we've just sat here and talked about this, and the most confusing thing really is getting to know who everybody is.
Yeah, especially when all of them are kind of Xehanort.
Yeah. But then once you know who everyone kind of is and you know the general plot of it, it's not that hard to follow. It's just, I think it gets, like you say, people always go, oh, there's too many, I don't want to start, I can't be bothered. And they're trying to say that 3 is a good point for, like, if you haven't played them all, you can still play 3, which I do not believe for us.
Well, the end of the series, saying it's a good point to start is kind of a bit strange. I
don't feel like you could do that. I'm not saying you have to go back and play all the games, but you definitely need to do the research. You need to watch some videos. You need to read up, because otherwise you're just not going to know what is going on.
Yeah, it'd be like watching the last Harry Potter film.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, it's very confusing. Hopefully this video helped you in some way, shape or form.
Hopefully.
If you have any other questions, put them in the comments and we'll try and answer them.
And then
find out
at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, when it's revealed that Sora is the Master of Masters, Queen Minnie's an evil mastermind, and all the other weird theories that I read are true.
You heard it here first. Yeah. When Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, we'll do some stuff on that. We'll do like a first. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. First look, maybe. Yeah. How our general, is it living up to what we think it should? And then when we finished it, we'll do like full spoilers. We'll go like full YOLO. We'll have like a big melt. Everyone can just come and we'll just cry. We'll just cry on the street.
We'll make a story recap video and we'll both have like running eyeliner. Like,
yeah,
I've watched the trailer where the final battle trailer or whatever it is.
Oh my god, yeah.
When Sora like screams in pain, I'm like, sweet baby.
And then like Donald falls on the ground and you're like, you deserve it, but still.
Guess who's not casting heal on you, Donald?
I only know Thunder Donald, I'm sorry. I didn't equip that heal spell. I got no potions, so I guess this is how the cookie crumbles.
We never talked in Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts 2 video about when they made us think they killed Goofy off. And we were both like, Goofy shit. And then they nearly killed him off and we were like, Goofy.
Not Goofy. There is a lot of the... Do you know what? The games are a slug in some points, but then there are other points that just like...
Yeah.
It is amazing.
One of the best parts for me was in 2 when you have to kill those 1,000 Heartless.
Oh my god, yes.
And you just feel like a complete bad bitch.
When you're in like the chasm. Yeah, that is sick. And in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you go to the Atlantis and it's a sing-along.
Yeah, I love that.
That is amazing. Like,
people hate it, but I think it was really cool.
Swim this way, we'll dance and we'll play. You there? Like, I've played that like 20 million times. It's amazing. And just the Hercules Coliseum where you have like some of the hardest fights in the game, and they're like, you don't have to do them, but you do. You gotta do it. You know, I have to do it to them. It's amazing. They are good if you can get past a lot of the crap.
Yeah.
They are like the gems of the game.
I'm just hoping that 3 lives up to the rest of the franchise.
I'm just hoping 3 makes sense and it actually answers all the questions.
Yeah. Because
if it's all this like, you'll never know who the Masters and Masters really was, we never find out what's in the box, like, I'll put my fist through the TV. I can't go on any longer.
What if that's like the plot for the next, like...
Oh, they need to hurry up, because if that's the plot for the next one, I'm going to be dead by the time that game comes out. I'm old now, like, I can't wait that long. They need to hurry up. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this made a bit of sense.
Yeah, hopefully you kind of got mine. Like, I literally finished the research for this at like 12 o'clock last night. I was like some crazy person, like in the dark with my Chromebook, like, I must understand.
Like we said before, any questions, opinions, theories, put them in the comments. And we will see you on the other side of Kingdom Hearts 3. Bye, guys.
Bye.
If you like that video and want to see more like it, then click this playlist button here. If you happen to want to subscribe to us and check out all our content, then click this amazing sexy button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed to us, well then you are already an awesome human being.